This is Matt Roush, Technology Editor at WWJ News Radio 950. I'm here today with Bob Gordon, who is a member of the law firm of Clark Hill and their corporate restructuring and bankruptcy practice group. Bob, we want to take a few minutes today and talk a little bit about managing companies in troubled times like we're having right now. When do you think business owners or managers facing problems, maybe facing a troubled company situation, when should they bring in outside experts for help?
Well, actually, I would say that you should be consulting your professionals even before problems arise. Attorneys in my field practice under a number of rubrics: corporate restructuring attorneys, bankruptcy attorneys. One of those rubrics is creditor's rights attorney. And wearing that hat, I often emphasize to clients that we can help develop best practices to avoid certain problems. It's sort of the an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure type of concept. And so I actually emphasize to clients that consulting with us, among others, should really be a part of the normal business hygiene of a healthy enterprise. Mm-hmm. But assuming a company is already having problems, I would again say that the company should reach out to attorneys such as myself as soon as possible. Too often matters come across my desk at a point in time where problems have been festering already for some period of time. And by then often there's been a disenfranchisement of the customers, the lenders, and or the suppliers. And there's been a loss of trust and goodwill. Which leaves the company with many fewer options in terms of trying to work through its issues. So we emphasize reaching out to us at an earlier stage so we can help develop a strategy and choose the appropriate times to engage in a substantive dialogue with the various constituents.
And who should be on that team that comes in and provides the solutions?
Well, the short answer is lawyers and consultants. But the real question in my mind is, which lawyers and which consultants should be on that team? We don't take a one-size-fits-all approach. Every company is different and has different problems, and that means that you would have different lawyers or different consultants perhaps involved in the process.
Mm-hmm. Sort of getting back to the first question, I mean, the old adage used to be time heals all wounds. With the troubled company management situation, that isn't really the case anymore, is it?
No, you're right about that. Time really is of the essence these days. And there's a couple of factors that drive that process. First is simply the experience in the economy in 2008. In many situations, because of the drastic downturn in the economy, we saw in any number of situations a dramatic loss of enterprise value over a very short period of time. Another factor is industry, a particular industry, for example, manufacturing and specifically the automotive industry, where the nature of just-in-time manufacturing processes combined with the breadth of the problems that customers at each level of the manufacturing process are dealing with their supply base, unfortunately, for better or for worse, there's been a loss of patience, and the resourcing avenue becomes almost a reflexive reaction. So there's very little time to deal with it. And when volumes are soft and equipment and facilities are abundant, resourcing is a much more viable option in many instances. So time is very short. The third factor that drives this process is that in the lender community, the timeline for a turnaround has gotten shorter in many cases. The lenders as well, as a result of the economic downturn, have experienced their own problems. And so in many instances, you find that the lenders have lost some patience and may have a preference for trying to get to a solution, a resolution, sooner rather than later, even if that resolution may mean in the near term perhaps a greater loss on the particular matter in order to shore up their portfolio and be able to move forward. So time is not on the side of the distressed company in this environment, but that timeline can be lengthened if the right team is put in place by the distressed company, a team that gives a level of comfort to the lender that the company is taking the proper actions and moving in the right direction.
All right. Okay, thank you, Bob Gordon, member at Clark Hill with some tactics for tough times. This is Matt Roush, Technology Editor, WWJ News Radio 950.